Subscribe
Good to see
to
you guys.
Simply
Good to
Bitcoin.
see you too.
Be
Should
quiet.
be fun.
Quiet. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's happening?
Where's Labra?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
what?
All right.
Yellow's got his thing together. His little mouth.
The pride flag
I know.
is flat.
So, welcome everybody. Welcome in. You made it to another episode of the Meme Factory podcast. This is test stream number 75, where you have Neil RoninMiner with us. Neil, is it Neil or is it Ronin? Which is it?
Literally, I go by either. People see me out in public and they say one thing, and I assume they're talking to the government, Neil, and they say RoninMiner, and I know exactly where they're coming from.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm going to call you Ronin, if it's cool with you, then.
There you go.
All right, so...
I will call you B.
Gonna call
I do
you
like
Neil.
that. I do like that.
All right.
First of all, how did you travel to Endor, the Star Wars planet? I see that you are there. And
Yeah.
are there tabbies there?
I don't think it
Ewoks.
snows in Endor. It is quite frosty here.
Okay. Are the
Oh,
Ewoks
cool
around?
treehouse.
The Ewoks are cousins of mine. Say hi.
You the Ewoks? You like the Ewoks?
Yeah, they're cousins.
Never seen a yellow Ewok.
That's why they're
Yeah,
cousins. You wouldn't see the cousins.
Like the
Oh yeah, okay. That was racist of me. I apologize.
That's all right.
I'm actually
So-
Red Bull.
Now that we at
From
least
the
know you're
Red
racist, could you at least tell the rest of the folks watching and listening more about you, who you are in this space? Just the elevator pitch.
Yeah, my name is Yellow.
Or Ronin is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I just I started off pretty much like everyone. I was shitcoining, and then I
Oh no! I don't want your Bitcoin rabbit hole story. I just like, who are you? What do you do now?
I just plug in miners. I'm just a hash monkey.
Hash.
I do two things. I acquire miners and I plug them in and they make me money, and then I share pictures of those and everybody seems to think that's cool. So it's built a pretty decent career for me along the way.
I would have to agree that it is cool and it is enjoyable to see those pictures and installations. Now, Neil, we're a little bit different from most podcasts. One thing that we have to have happen is that one of our sponsors, Suscorp, they demand that we have the guests read the ad copy that they write up every week. I just forwarded it to you on Telegram and in Twitter DMs, whichever is going to be easier for you to pull up. The faster we can get through you just ripping through this BS that they send, the faster we can get paid. So let me know whenever you're ready to just, read it. We'll just go from there.
This is really long.
Yeah, I know. We've never been able to get it shortened down.
Wait a minute.
Trying to feed
You have
ourselves.
sponsors and I'm not getting a cut of it?
No, you can.
Of
Well,
course,
you can have as
you
much
will.
as what they
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
as you want.
yeah.
All right. Good evening, everyone. This is RoninMiner, and this episode of Meme Factory podcast is brought to you by Suscorp's newest tool for Arsenal of Freedom, the sliding scale, TM.
They trademark everything.
Looking for the ultimate precision in your measurements, but also want those measurements to fit your narrative. Whether you're working in a scientific, social, or industrial setting, our tool is up to the task, providing consistently precise measurements for even the most complex applications, tackling prices, global temperatures, or self-harm rates in any given demographic. Our device is designed to provide the most accurate and reliable measurements possible with advanced sensors and algorithms that deliver unparalleled precision with your mandated weights and parameters. Is this company real? Suscorp's sliding scale is hard at work in many institutions today, providing valuable, timely, precise, and actionable data, whether from the BLS with its consumer price index, or all the way out to Ukraine's accounting team's tracking of Western donations. With this intuitive, this is not written right, with this intuitive buttery user interface and durable cardboard construction,
No, they wrote it.
Is easy to use and built to last. So say goodbye to imprecise and unreliable measurements and expertise and experience the power of our highly precise sliding scale today. TM.
All right.
That's it.
Yay! Thank you.
Well done, Neil. Well done.
Yes, good job.
I hated reading in school.
Nobody could tell. Nobody could tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they picked you to be like the kid in the class, like read the next paragraph, I'd like get shaky and stuff.
It's all right.
That's why we make memes, you know.
Yeah,
Yes.
You did
The
fantastic.
transfer better.
All right. So
We have to mention the sponsors of our sponsors, which is Coinbase.
Swan.
Not yet. I don't think so.
no, it's
What
cool.
was-
Let me check. Wait. No, I
I
don't have
just-
any Swan logo.
I just got one today. I just got a notification today from,
Coinbase?
or an email from Kraken saying that they're basically,
Your taxes?
I know that you Yellow, that's where your
Yeah.
Mount Gox funds are going, but
Yeah.
Kraken told me today that they're belly up and you got to KYC yourself, and that's if
What?
you're lucky, you might see some funds come back out of there.
So the diluted funds are being diluted?
The diluted funds are being stolen.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was just being nice
I
with
could
it.
see.
Yeah.
All right, so Neil, the next part's all about you, man. We've got to take your sandwich order for the day, so I'm going to pass it over to Becca while she goes through the menu for you.
Yes, Neil, welcome. Thank you. I have something a little different tonight. We have a White Claw menu. So I have 3 White Claws that you can choose from. So the first one is Satoshi Skull White Claw. It's a melody of radioactive waste that's been filtered through boiled ocean water, and it has a hint of mint. So it's, fresh, refreshing. Our second White Claw special is the Smoked Hash Claw, and it's a smoky flavored vodka cooler distilled through a burnt out S19 cooling fan to really get that nice flavor. And it comes with a signed potato from Greg, so that's not that valuable.
Yeah, fuck Greg.
Our last one is our Coinbits House Special. It's Yellow's Don't Stop Believing White Claw. It's an electrifying passion fruit with a sour watermelon flavor. And this can, there is no second best, has been stored under Yellow's bed for the last 509 days. So it might be a little bit past its expiry date. But
I'm gonna definitely go with Yellow's DSB.
good choice. Good
Yeah.
choice.
Where's my Red Bull, you Red Bull?
No, you're a
Not
White
tonight.
Claw today. Not tonight.
Why?
Because we're
Reasons.
all White Claws.
All right.
Okay, back to the Kraken. I want to ask about the Kraken. What email did you get?
Here, let me look quick.
I'm not seeing it.
I have too many email addresses, so difficult for me to find. But yeah, oh no, Kaboom Racks.
Kaboom Rex.
Oh, here we go. Action required. If you have funds in your Kraken account, you have not signed in for over 3 years. So I haven't signed in Kraken for 3 years, I guess. Kraken may be required to take certain actions pursuant to your state's unclaimed property laws. Okay, so maybe it doesn't.
You just have to. You basically have to log in. Just log in.
then I don't want to. I'm not sure I even want to sign in. I don't think I had anything there. Maybe it's like 2 cents or something that I didn't claim. Now I'm curious. So now I kind of want to sign in because like, what if I got $7 in there?
Yeah, maybe
What if
it's
it was 2 Bitcoin?
$7.
Can make a
Maybe
difference
you
in the
got
long run.
maybe you got like a $7 worth of airdrop for make them sats.
Yeah, who knows?
Exactly.
Yellow, who's coming in the door behind you?
That's my dad.
Is he got a cup of coffee or what's going on there?
No, he's like, "Are you winning, son?" And I'm like, "When I'm not winning, Dad. When am I not?" And he just stares there. He wants to be like a secondary character in my in whatever this is.
Dude, I can't get over your little avatar where the mouth actually moves when you talk. Yeah.
Greg is like, "Do I make my question now?"
No, I'm enjoying the back and forth, but I do have questions if you ever want to get to them. Yellow.
Yes, of course.
So my first question is Neil, RoninMiner. You don't look Asian. Why the samurai?
Oh, the whole reason behind the Ronin tag, it was actually early on. It was several years ago. Was when I'd given up on regular society, and it was a Ronin. The definition of Ronin is a samurai without a master. So you have all the skills to do what you need to do in the world, but you no longer follow the direction of what somebody else is telling you to do. And Ronins often became alcoholics. They killed themselves, or they
mercenaries.
Yeah, mercenaries, or they went to work for a new Dynamo, I believe it's called, where they basically went somewhere else and started working for them. But that was totally against what a samurai was taught to do. They trained their entire lives to become the best at their skill, and then they lose their job essentially when their emperor Dynamo dies. And like, so then what do? Only thing you know how to do is to keep being a killer. So then you have to do it on your own.
So you learned from a previous master how to deploy mining rigs?
No. I taught myself my entire life how to become the best type of person that I could be skill wise. And then that ended up translating into mining. I didn't know it was ever going to do that. I mean, long before Bitcoin was around, I was flipping houses and fixing cars and doing all this stuff where it's a day-to-day basis where you have to try to figure out what problems are, and it's troubleshooting. Like you figure out what the problem is, and then you figure out how you're going to fix it yourself. And then really when I got into Bitcoin mining, it was the same thing. There was no information online. Like if you tried to Google anything about Bitcoin mining, it would be this vague, weird rabbit hole that actually wouldn't give you anything because nobody was talking about it. Especially,
how far back are we talking?
4 years, maybe. Probably right around the last halving was when I got more interested in Bitcoin mining, and then nobody else really did. I mean, for example, I tell this story every year just because it was such a pivotal point in my life. Was Fartface 2000 sent me 2 S9s for free. I didn't know the guy. He was just a Twitter personality that I was talking to about thinking about getting into Bitcoin mining. And he goes, "Well, I got 2 S9s. I'll just send them to you for free." He paid the shipping on them and everything and sent me 2 S9s. They were unprofitable, but I was just curious. And then fast forward 3 or 4 years, and it's like all of a sudden Bitcoin mining was like a huge thing. I mean, like right now, my computer's plugged in. I was gonna flip it around and show you. Right on the other side of this computer, I have miners stacked this tall, all going
show
out
us.
to. All right, let me unplug this quick.
Give us a tour.
Yes. Yay, field trip.
Those are miners and power supplies. And so what's going on with those is I need to swap out the power supplies so that I can losing power, of course. So I can plug them into 277 volts because that's 3-phase at a marijuana growing cannabis growing operation out in Colorado. Because they have excess power. Basically, they pay for a certain amount of power and they can't use it all because it only takes so much power to power the lamps and all the other things that go into.
Can you break down how that contract works? Like, are they required to buy power in bulk like that, or do they do it on purpose? Like,
yeah. So this particular spot actually is, I'm trying to think of exactly how I can explain it without getting the details I shouldn't. So there's 100 warehouses on one piece of property.
Okay.
He owns 5 of the warehouses.
On which corner of the property?
What's that? the corner that the feds are gonna hit last. Anyways, so he owns 5 of the warehouses. 2 of them he uses as his own grow operations. 2 of them he leases out to other growers, and then 1's sitting vacant. None of the warehouses utilize all the power that he's already paying for. He's paying for 5% of the power. There is no meter at this operation that says that he uses X amount. It's the 100-unit property uses X amount, and he, because of his square footage, pays 5% of that.
Now that's a killer find for you. How do you go about finding a place like that has that kind of setup?
That's what I do.
Yeah, I know. That's why I got you on here. I wanted you to talk about that process. Like, I remember 2 years ago, you were looking at Subways. They were having a lot of foreclosures. Like, they weren't doing well. But you had figured out that the Subways had these high voltage hookups in these nowhere places with contracts with electricity built in. And I was just like, where the fuck is he finding this shit out? Like, why is his brain working in this particular way? So yes, tell me, what are you doing?
It's a sickness. It's an illness. Like, literally, I'll be driving down the street and I'll just stop sometimes because I'll see the power service coming. And I'm not a guy that was ever in the electrical field or anything like that. Like, this was not, I was construction. I worked at the post office. I owned a lawn care company, things like that. Like, all this other stuff. But as soon as I started mining, and once you figure out that you can only plug in 2 miners, maybe 3 at a residential property, you're like, well, where else can I go? Where else can I find power to plug in another miner? You always want one more. And then, so you start looking at places and you see, and then, I mean, it was COVID time. So businesses were going out of business like crazy. And then you just drive by the building and you'd see the service they have coming into the building. And you're like, no. And you're like, whoa, that one's hot. And they always just turned out to be Subways because Subways were going out of business like crazy. And which you kind of wouldn't have expected, because you would have thought that like the DoorDashes or whatever would have helped the Subways out.
No, just people just realized they went to Subway because it was convenient.
Well, there was Subways across the street from each other. there'd be a Subway in the Walmart, and then there'd be an actual Subway in the strip mall, and then there's a Subway in the gas station. All three of them are within.
Yeah, some would say it was some kind of scam there.
I wouldn't doubt that, actually. Oh, hey, look who just decided to join the party.
Oh.
Hey, Labra, where are you?
But yeah, so I mean, they had ovens, they had freezers, they had everything that you would need to have a lot of power going into a
So
place.
you're
Like,
basically like Neo in the end of the Matrix, where he says, like, follow the power lines.
yeah, you just look at where the power comes into the building, though, because there might be a Great Clips next door in the
Yeah.
same building, but that Great Clips doesn't have any power. So if that Great Clips goes out of business, that's not really a place you want. You want the one that's sucking up all the juice because it's empty. And then a lot of times we found that the Subways were franchised. So it was actually a personal thing where the franchisee owned all the equipment inside, and when they walk away, they walk away. So you still have the ovens, you still have everything you would need to start a Subway restaurant, but we weren't starting Subway restaurants. So that's all, it's all for sale. And a lot of that equipment is very expensive. So you can recoup a lot of your money right off the bat by selling everything that they left behind.
Becca's taking notes.
I'm gonna open a sample shop.
But no, yeah, that was all fun. We never actually never actually executed on any of that. That just became a meme.
Oh, really?
Which I suppose that you guys could respect being the meme factory.
Yeah.
Was no, Matt Odell actually made that a meme because I just off the cuff had mentioned it one day during a Citadel dispatch. I'm like, 1,500 Subways went out of business this year across the country. And he goes, all right, Neil, we're talking about home mining. We're not talking about buying Subway locations. And then it just kind of blew up from there. But no, I just found other lucrative business opportunities, and I found the best way, like, to bring it all the way back to you're asking about how did I ever find this cannabis location?
Mm-hmm.
You just talk about it. You make yourself known.
You're saying it came to you.
What's that?
You're saying it came to you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
always does. It always does, is because he wasn't gonna. So the way he put it was, he doesn't want to hire more employees. He doesn't want the upfront capital expenditure again to build out a whole nother warehouse for growing. And he goes, no, I'm happy with where my business is today and what I'm doing right now. And he goes, I don't need the liability. He goes, so where else can I use this electricity that I'm already paying for? So, I mean, where I'm at with him right now is we're going to have to build out a little bit more electrical infrastructure, but it's 0 cents a kilowatt hour. Like, I plug in a machine and that's it. That's the end of the story. I never get a bill. I never do anything. I'm just like,
you have to connect it to the internet.
Yeah, that's called
You
plugging in.
You can't just plug it into the electric. You're talking about electric. There's two parts to this.
No.
You can't just guess the numbers at a blank
machine.
wall. You got to guess the numbers to the
Don't you try to
orange coin.
No, don't mess with the best, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually not that cocky. No, it's really a great deal. Is simply it's an upfront cost to install the utility, and then once the utility is installed and you own the miners, you literally never pay for anything else. Like, if it were financially viable to do so, we could just run as many S9s as we wanted to. Like he can even up his service there, but that's different. That's a business talk. But so for us, it's like I plug in a couple dozen miners, done. I never see a bill, and the Bitcoin just keeps racking up. It's mailbox money.
Yeah.
It just keeps racking up in my account or my wallet, and done deal.
What does mailbox money mean? I mean, I have some intuition that it's just money that shows up, but I've never heard that before.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
That's it. You do something in your life that puts the gears in motion, and then you walk away from it, and the mailbox keeps showing up with checks. Mailbox money.
Mailbox money.
Never have to worry about it again.
Milkman money.
Milkman money. Given your history, Yellow, should you be saying milkman money?
No.
You used to it just goes no. You used to be a milk delivery guy?
Yeah. In the old
I
days.
I was a mailman
In the old country.
for a long time in the old country.
Yeah.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I just hate the winter.
So where do the samurais come in?
we talked about that
We
already.
talked about that already.
Yeah. Aren't you paying attention?
Yeah, I know, but like
Are you thinking actual samurais are coming
yeah,
on the show
actual
tonight?
samurais. No,
There's no
samurais.
actual samurais coming on the show.
Okay.
the
Oh,
swords.
it's an allegory. Literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Metaphor.
So
Metaphor.
did you know, Yellow, that samurais started using guns right before they were basically extinct?
That's stupid.
Yeah. That's why they're extinct now.
Yeah.
What is a lifetime of swords training when you start using a gun instead?
They're just littler swords that you throw with a trigger.
No, the littler swords are the ones they kill themselves with.
I actually have the Hagakure book, The Way of the Samurai. It became like a movie also. It's a good book. It gives good rules.
Is that the really crappy one with Keanu Reeves?
No.
Oh.
With the black guy, what's his name? Forrest Whitaker. Forrest
Whitaker.
Yeah, no.
Ghost
That's
Dog.
it.
Any movies about samurai always star a white guy. Like, for example, The Last Samurai.
Ghost Dog is a good movie.
Tom
Ghost Dog is a
Cruise.
movie.
Most samurai were white, though.
Nah,
Historically.
they were
Asian. I'm not sure exactly where you're coming from, but
they were Asian. Anyway, what I wanted to say was samurais were also poets.
Pots?
Poets.
Like when you put a
Poets.
plant in?
Poets, and that's what
Do
what's
you
the word
have
I'm
any
looking for?
artistic side? What I'm asking.
Yeah. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. Everyone thinks it's a form of martial arts, but it's really not. It's actually when you become
Taekwondo.
the best you can at any particular call it an art, but it would God, I can't think of the word for it right now.
Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Mastery.
Zumba.
Zen.
Pilates.
Zen.
No.
Ego
Feng
death.
shui.
Kung Fu.
Okay.
Kung Fu.
Really?
Kung Fu.
You couldn't think of Kung Fu?
It's not big in the
Give me a
culture.
break.
It's not a very
I'm
well
on
known
stage and I'm in front of people.
martial arts.
I'm trying to think fast and talk fast. But no, Kung Fu is actually it's the description. It's how you describe anything that it is that you've put multiple hours into, you put a lifetime into to get good at. It's not necessarily a physical act. It could be art, or it could be mining, or it could be just like Bitcoin itself.
Yeah.
Like once you know Kung Fu, that means that you put 10,000 plus hours into just studying what Bitcoin is. And then I love watching those avatars. Just goes,
Move that mouth, Yellow.
yeah.
Anyway, Marcus had a question.
Oh,
Did I? I'm just here thinking I'm gonna have to rewatch The Matrix now,
I-
where Neo says, "I know."
I know Kung Fu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best line ever.
So yeah, 0 cents per kilowatt hour sounds like a scam.
Yeah. 0 cents per kilowatt hour is a game changer. Because
Who's paying the bill?
the pot farm is. Like I said,
But that's a fixed cost for them anyway.
Yeah, it's a power purchase agreement. I'm gonna make numbers up just to make it easy.
Yeah, make them up exactly like you see them on the sheet at the warehouses.
So we're gonna say that they pay $10,000 per month for whatever their transformer provides to the warehouses. They're paying that $10,000. If you don't use it, you lose it. You're still paying $10,000. So they have their grow lamps, they have whatever air conditioning and everything like that they need. They're paying for that electricity. So that business is paying all the bills, and that is a business expense that they're going to inquire regardless. And now
Right.
they're only
And
using
there's no limit to how much power you can use.
What the
no,
transformer can push.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. They're paying for whatever that transformer can push. Whether they're using it or not, it doesn't matter. They're still paying for it. So then when you're not using that power, it's a profitable business that they're running, and they've been running it for years. And all the electricity that's not being used is being wasted, or not wasted. It's not being used at all. So why not plug miners in and take advantage of it? You're paying for it anyways. So that's why he saw that it's just he's a Bitcoiner, so he would rather just like profit share. So like call it, and this isn't what we do, but like a 50-50 split, like, because he houses my stuff, he takes care of it, and it's my stuff. He takes 50% of the Bitcoin, I take 50% of the Bitcoin, which is incredible. Even at 50-50, that's incredible margins.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of times, especially right now, even with new generation machines, you're either mining break even or at a loss. So if you have a 50% margin, you're doing really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is this an open air mine or is this an immersion mine?
Open air. So we have another 240 slots available, but we don't want to
Slots?
Yeah. How much?
Yeah,
How
like
much do you have to
another
pay for the
two.
slots?
We can house another 240 miners with the available electric.
Yeah,
Minor
But-
slots.
miners.
Yes, yellow slots. But we don't want to go.
I don't know, Neil. If first you're talking about that sandwich place that
underage?
got the CEO in prison for some reason. Now you're talking about minor
Yeah, we don't want to
slots.
go. We don't want to go hosting with it though, where we take on 1, 2, 3, 10 of somebody's miners, because we don't want to deal. Let's say we take on 10 miners per person. Like majority of people don't own 10 miners, but
But it seems like something you could get a lot of VC money to do.
That would be 24 people that we have to deal with. 24 phone calls we have to answer every single time.
But you could just get new warehouses for cheap in like I don't know, Russia.
You can get new phone numbers.
It does. Well, you can't get 0 cents per kilowatt hour. I don't care about the phone numbers. I don't care about Russia. I don't care about warehouses. 0 cents. Free electric. You
So
can't.
what you're saying is
you
you're
can't-
looking for somebody that's going to put in 240 miners, one
Exactly.
person. Right.
We're
What
looking.
about a
we're
hydro
looking-
dam?
So we decided to do slots of 80 seems the most realistic.
Yeah.
So we have to deal with 3 people or 3 entities.
So for the people that are watching, right, what does that come down to? 80 slots times how much for an S19? $2,000.
Long story short,
right now.
Long story short, with the extra electrical build out, it's somewhere just south of $200,000 if you want us to buy the miners for you. And then I get good deals on miners. And our business model is not
So
to make money on
200K,
miners or hardware.
200K, and you buy miner slots for us.
Epstein's wet dream.
I have a couple miners in my basement right now, Yellow. I'll let you go talk to them.
This is taking a turn for the worse.
Yellow's going in the basement.
Is it sponsored? Is it sponsored by Subway?
Oh my god! Oh, I wish I had the little. It says Shaw 256 on it,
Oh, man.
Do they make a lot of noise?
and the little puppy.
Oh my god.
Where is it?
Marcus.
What? We're
Nothing.
talking miners.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this immersion mine that somehow you managed to burn down.
No. It burned
No, we
down.
can't talk about it, or no, you didn't. burn it
I'm
down?
saying it burned down after I left. I had
Because-
nothing to do with it.
All right, so talk to me about whoever else's fault with things they did while you definitely weren't there that made it burn down.
Bad guys don't look at explosions. Na, 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 na.
It was it was catastrophic. We'll start there. So they had a shipping container inside of a warehouse, and they already had
Mineception.
the tanks set up and everything. So it was my job the tanks and the wiring were all done. It was my job to hook up all the miners, get them all online, and do everything it needed to do to become a mining operation. And so I started doing that. They bring in the dielectric fluid like it was something ridiculous, like
That's
couple
what you take
thousand
if you're
gallons.
constipated.
Constipated?
Yeah, dielectric fluid. That's what you drink when you're constipated, right?
No, hell no. You drink this stuff, you're gonna get sick for sure.
What is it exactly?
It's a liquid that you can
If you
put.
say dielectric, I swear to God.
I'm not going to use the word in the explanation of the word. It's a liquid that you can submerge electronics in, and it stops all static electricity or anything like that. So like, those big trash can looking things, transformers that you see on the top of telephone poles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are actually filled with dielectric fluid.
No
So what
shit.
they are, yeah. And drill a little hole in there.
Oh my God.
A lot of money. So
You're saying if the supplier runs out, there might be
Yeah.
there might be local supply available.
yeah.
To the,
So what it is it's a heat transfer fluid where rather than having fans on your ASICs, you can take the fans off and then you run this fluid through the machine, and the fluid gets superheated from all the heat that the microchips are producing. But then you take that fluid and you bring it somewhere else, like, for lack of a better analogy, kind of like how your air conditioner works. The fluid goes out to your air conditioner outside, the fan runs, cools it off, sends it back inside. But this runs without condensers or anything like that, where a refrigerator or an air conditioner runs with condensers. That's why they say getting into the weeds. So this liquid cools the machines, reduces all of the noise and the heat normally produced by miners, right? There's no fans running. There's no heat being blown into a room. It's all being transferred outside, thermodynamics.
So you're running a hose or a coil outside to dissipate the heat and then bring the cooled fluid back in.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. To continue the process, and it's just a constant cycle. And then
Is this liquid flammable?
No, actually,
All
it's
the more impressive. All right, keep going.
It's an oil. It is a petroleum product,
And
but
no petroleum products are flammable.
this particular one is not, though. I don't know what it is they do to it, but it's actually.
I did actually hear that they dissolve some of the glue on the components, so that some of the components on the motherboard.
No, I've been battling this myth for quite a while.
Marcus, duh.
All right, tell me more about the hose
And the slots.
Well, what it is what people are worried about is the thermal paste on the actual boards, and it does degrade them a little bit. So you're not completely wrong.
Uh-huh. Oh.
But what happens is it just simply discolors. It discolors the dielectric fluid a little bit. It doesn't actually functionally. It doesn't functionally affect anything.
And that's why you drop fish in it. Right?
That's why you do what?
You drop fish in the tank.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Fish.
No, fish. Yeah, no, I know what he's talking about actually. Engineered fluids did that. So it's non-toxic. It's actually food grade dielectric fluid.
Sounds delicious.
Do you feed it to children?
In the US, they eat everything, man.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, you eat McDonald's French fries, so why not just drink some poison? But anyways,
only to the most vulnerable, Marcus. Only the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
So then, so I was working on that. I got it all lined up, everything good to go. Kind of made my own exits because I'd done my job too well, too quickly, and they didn't need me anymore. So I left, and then within, I don't know, a couple weeks maybe, what had happened was the electrician.
You went back and
No, thank God.
got your money back.
They no, I was being paid to be there.
It's all right. I get it.
Don't wink too hard. You might blind yourself. They it just the electrical panel caught fire, and there was nothing to stop it.
Mhm.
There was no backstop where like the rules of electric is like you need a breaker everywhere you can have a breaker, and for whatever reason the main panel that they had didn't have an automatic shut off, so it started some raging electrical fire and it burned down half the warehouse. So the worst part was the miners that weren't plugged in, because they had somewhere, I don't know, I can't really give numbers. Half of their miners were in immersion, and the other half were still in boxes waiting for the second deployment. They were melted puddles of aluminum.
Now,
They were gone.
you said
Absolutely gone.
that's the worst part.
Was the brand new miners were
which
no
implies
longer.
that implies there's a best part.
Yeah, the best part, thousands of gallons of dielectric fluid didn't start on fire, but the fire suppression system in the building, because it's a container inside of a warehouse, the fire suppression system put water into all their tanks and ruined all their dielectric. $100,000 worth of dielectric fluid toast, and that was the best part.
I'll tell you what. Do they have any? I don't know if you know this, but those like transformer garbage can things that are out on your electric poles. They have
At least
dielectric fluid in them.
At least they have the tanks now to do like hydroponics for the marijuana plants.
I don't think marijuana plants are going to grow in that, but who knows? They
Who knows? Other than eating everything over there, you smoke also everything. So.
Yep.
I mean, you try to plan for this stuff, but like Einstein said, in theory and practice are the same, and in practice, they're not.
Oh my God, he said that? Wow, Greg.
What a genius.
He was.
Yeah.
I have certain theories about exactly what had happened. It was weird, the relationship between the electrician and the warehouse owner, and it was strange that the warehouse owner got such a gigantic insurance settlement.
Okay.
I'm not. Whoa! Don't go there, Yellow. That's not what I'm saying.
I went there.
And
I'm from the Balkans, sir. I always be there.
You're from the Balkans now?
But
luckily, now? Greece is from the Balkans.
Okay.
Luckily for my buddies, that their miners are now puddles of aluminum. They actually did everything above board, where they had like loans out on stuff, and they were forced to have, not forced, maybe, I don't know, but they did have insurance coverage on a lot of it.
I was thinking about those 80 miners, but after hearing this, I'm like, nah, too risky.
Yeah, no, they covered their asses at least for, like, they took a huge loss. I'm not going to say that they're walking away from this scot clean. They personally took a huge loss, but at least for what they owed, they're not on the hook for anymore because of the insurance that they had. So, I mean, it sucks, but it's the same thing as somebody like me who I buy all my miners straight up. So if something like that would happen to me, yeah, I'm screwed that I lost my entire operation, but at the same time, I don't owe anyone anything. I still own my house. I still own my truck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not still paying off a debt for the rest of my life. But that's because I bought everything up front, whereas they luckily for them had insurance to cover those debts.
Okay, everybody stop. The Rusty has a question from the chat. Okay, Rusty, go. Type faster, you bitch.
Who the hell is Rusty?
Exactly.
There's a delay
Who's
between
Rusty?
the video and our Zoom call and the feed. You're going to be waiting a second.
I already did, you fucking
He's typing. You have to interrupt for my question.
I asked Rusty 3 minutes ago.
I know.
4 minutes ago.
was just
Why am
looking
I not
at
seeing this chat? Why did you guys not give me a link to the chat?
the YouTube link for the show.
We know we're live on
YouTube. Yeah, right? You have to open up a new window on YouTube.
This is live.
That sounds like a lot of work. I don't do technical things.
I got you.
Says the miner.
Okay, Rusty asks, do you repair miners or throw them out and replace? Great question, Rusty.
Awesome question.
So I'm gonna be in trouble for saying this. I fake warranties.
What?
So if a miner goes bad on me, I pull the sticker off, I put a new sticker on it, and
Like
I send it in for warranty repair.
If it's over 18.
Sorry, we don't have a very large audience.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't care.
This won't get back to them.
Yeah, well, And if you have
So if a miner
enough-
goes bad on me,
if
I
the
pull the
flow
sticker
of
off,
miners
I put a
coming
new
through your
sticker on it,
hands,
Mhm.
and
Like
I submit it
COVID-19.
for warranty repair.
then why not? They owe me. And especially because like I'll have a miner sitting on the floor not plugged in for 6 months. And it's like, if the thing doesn't work when I finally plug it in, how am I going to go back and do the 60-day warranty?
So where are these miners being built? I always thought, yeah, like isn't it a Chinese company? Do you have to send them to China?
No. There's two actually really good warranty centers in the United States. I'm not allowed to say the names, but one's in North Carolina and then one's like southwestern.
Are you Bitmain certificated?
No, but I'll rip your Bitmain apart and like see if I can touch some wires together and see if it starts again.
That's weird, man. Stop doing that with the hand.
No, I don't. I'm actually really not good with like I can do like the physical things to miners, but I'm
That's a clip.
God damn it. Fuck you, Yellow. And then but I can't so like you guys know Dread, I'm sure, right?
Yes.
Me and him have been
Whole
trying to
Vault
work
Dream.
on it for like the last several days, maybe a week, figuring out how to get the proper firmware onto. And when I say we, I mean him.
Yeah, the royal we, but on his end.
yeah. It's impossible to get the proper firmware on What's Miners. Brains needs to hurry the F up, and because I know they've already done all the jailbreaking they need to do to get to access the firmware to wash it and put Brains on What's Miners. They won't do it for some reason. I don't know why, but they need to, because Dread spent a week trying to spoof the fans, whereas like I actually just made fan spoofers, like physical little things you plug in rather than the fan, and those work fine. But Dread spent a week and he finally got one miner to work as of last night. And the reason why where I was going with this is I'm good at making things. I'm not good at trying to access firmware or do software things or anything like that. And it's like, I would rather just make a physical thing to trick the machine than to go inside of the machine and eventually brick it, which I would have done. I would have turned the thing into a brick, and
You don't
back
have the
in my
tools
day,
to
that
go
was
to war on the software, like a soft wood.
yeah, and back in my day, that was a $10,000 mistake. I get to say my day now.
Back in my day,
Yeah, they're $1,500 today.
an S9J cost $20,000,
Exactly.
and then trying to shut down everything. All right, so which one of you is going to ask the RD question here tonight?
What question? I don't like that sign.
All right, looks like
Roll
Becca's-
it.
All right, so
Roll it.
Becca,
I'm good. I'm
you
good
got-
with any question.
You got the RD question tonight.
Yes. RD's question.
Check your notes.
Wait, I got him right here. Okay. Neil, thank you.
Oh God,
for
you're gonna
joining
read it
us.
to me like a fucking government report?
Yes.
Say it.
Yeah, I got my notes.
It's important she gets
Okay.
it correct. Okay.
This
All right.
is very important. Okay, this is what brings the viewers in.
Yeah.
Okay.
RD writes this down for all of us to do well.
Yeah, every week he sends new notes to us. So yeah, it's a thing. So if the meme factory did exist, and we all know it doesn't, who would you like? Who would
Yellow.
you mute?
Greg.
Who would you retweet?
Yellow.
And are you on Noster? And if so, who would you zap?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You were asking that as a professional type question. You can't go.
Yes, I can.
You don't
No,
make
you
these
can't.
rules.
No,
Yeah.
no,
No. Don't tell me what to do.
You abused your privilege when you started reading off of a piece of paper like a goddamn news anchor.
Oh, yeah. All the words.
Oh my God.
All right, that's good.
All right, Neil.
No, I'm not on Noster, and there's two reasons. One, I have tried all of them prior to Noster, and my heart has been broken. I can't do it again. I can't have my heart broken again. So
it's like a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift song.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No. I will just wait until it's undeniable that I have to be on it. And then I'll
So you
and then I'll
can't
get
shake
on
it off.
And then when I do, the first person I zap will be you, Becca, just because you fucking put me on.
So are you still
Excellent.
on Mastodon?
No, it broke my heart.
Hmm.
No, nothing has ever succeeded.
That beautiful woolly mammoth broke my heart.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, did you
She
see
cooked well?
that? The
What?
meatball?
No.
The woolly mammoth meatball they made?
No.
Yeah. They cloned a woolly mammoth
Just to meatball it.
and then took the meat from it and
Wait,
made a meatball.
This thing was a baby
Was
not
the
that long ago.
meatball made by an Italian at least, or?
Can we mute her?
Yeah, we can.
There we go.
But you said you were gonna zap her, so
Yeah. Damn it. I'll see you on Noster later, Becca. Oh wait, she's actually muted. I was joking.
I didn't do it. All right. So next up, we've got a question about block 840,000. I think Marcus is fielding that one tonight.
Oh, is that for me? Yeah.
Yep.
Neil, do you know what's happening at block height 840,000?
Network? No, I don't.
Well, every 210,000 blocks, there's the halving. So
Oh.
next halving is going to be at block height 840,000. And we're going to be throwing a halving party. It's going to be April 3rd to 5th, 2024 in El Salvador.
El
And then
Salvador.
imagine me fist pumping right now, like Sean always does. There we go. And you're invited. Bring your crew. Come down, celebrate the halving with us in the country where it's supposed to be celebrated. Am I missing anything, Greg?
I don't think so. I think you're good.
There's an all-inclusive super hotel right by the beach with 3 pools and everything and drinks.
He's not wrong.
That sounds fantastic.
All right, so you're coming, right?
I
Yeah.
already booked an entire floor in Las Vegas at the Monte Carlo, and I did it last halving.
What's the
When we were
electric
all
rate
rich.
up there?
I don't know, but there's a couple windows missing.
All right, so Neil.
There's a lot of garbage cans in the post up there.
You've been very
No.
generous.
I was
With holes.
for because Bitcoin was super high, and it was like literally right before. It was like the week of the Las Vegas shooting,
Mm.
and I just so happened to mention the exact hotel that the shooting had happened from, and kind of it was a bad joke and went over.
I don't know. After this episode, I don't know if the test part is gonna save us.
Let's hope so.
We'll see.
We'll see. We're putting it. It's a stress test.
Yeah.
See how anti-fragile we are. So
Yeah, I'll make it to Las Vegas if I can. Hopefully
We didn't ask about Las Vegas. I don't care if you make it to Las Vegas.
Or El Salvador.
Salvador.
Sorry, I was still thinking about Las Vegas.
Yeah, no.
Fuck you, Greg.
There we go.
That's the line. There it is.
And that's why we do that.
And Neil, talk to me.
But no,
no, go on.
no, I
Yeah.
kind of cut back
Fuck
on
you.
my little tour. Like last year I went to every single conference. Like literally every single Bitcoin conference there was, and then like local meetups and stuff. I went to 20 different cities last year probably.
Wow.
So I was kind of slowing it down. The only place I didn't go was Prague because they ended up closing down the well, at the time it was the slush pool one.
And it has nothing to do with the terrible, terrible, awful Czech people.
Yeah, nothing to do with that. It was I hate beer. I'm like,
White Claw only.
I'm not going somewhere that has delicious beer. I just won't do it. And then, no, it was, they still had travel restrictions actually. And so they canceled the event. But so this year I'm kind of just hanging out around home. I'm going to go to TabConf. Are you guys going to Miami? I know Becca
Nah.
is.
Nah.
Even though
No.
she's shaking her head no, she's going to be there. I can tell.
No. Sold my ticket, not going. But if
Oh, you
anyone's
had a
looking,
ticket, though.
I had a ticket, I sold it,
Oh.
but I have more tickets to sell. So slide into my DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just last year was fun. I didn't feel like going this year. BitBlock Boom is something I always go to. That's really cool. I've never been to TabConf, so I'm gonna go to that one. I don't know if you guys have been to that or not. It seems like it's more of like a lightning focused events, which before I got into mining, I was dabbling in the lightning stuff, but I'm not really that good at it. Yellow, you do a
it's hard
bunch
to
of
be
lightning
good at
crap.
Yeah, I heard somewhere that it doesn't work actually.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally doesn't work. Shouldn't use it.
Who is the CEO of? Oh, it was called Sats App at the time. Was it a Casa thing? Do you remember Sats App?
Nope.
It reminds me of something. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, it was Casa's. So I broke it the first day. Well, the first day I tried. Nick something. Yeah, no, he's the CEO of Casa now, I think.
You found a bug?
Yeah, from my cell phone. I was able to steal funds from anybody's wallet I wanted, as long as I knew their Sats tag.
Stream
And then
test
so I
is
was
not
like,
gonna save us.
say it.
Oh, I was just saying that the stream test is not going to save us this time. So go on. You were stealing sats from everybody.
From anybody I wanted to. Wasn't doing it nefariously. Like I would reach out to them first, and I'd just be like,
Hey,
"Hey,
check your balance.
yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'll let you know if it works." And then they'd be like, hit me back and be like, "Yeah, it worked.
Is this
Can I have it back?"
is this the Lightning Network or is this a smart code on Ethereum? Oh.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And I was doing it from a phone. It's not like I said earlier in the program, I was saying like I know nothing about software or firmware or like I literally type like this.
That's
Like
embarrassing.
For whoever is asking,
Fuck
It's
you, Greg.
2023.
No, I meant for Casa that you typed like that and they got hacked.
Yeah,
For
and I hacked
whoever-
it from my
for
phone.
whoever is listening,
Wait, you double tap on your phone
gave
with
back-
two hands?
he gave back everything. He didn't steal anything. It was a white.
Oh, yeah,
it was a white
I
hat.
didn't see anything. That's not what I do.
Yeah,
But
now
like-
we have people in the chat room like asking how much you stole.
Oh, okay.
Probably somewhere around.
Don't answer it.
Oh,
I'm trying to help you here. Neil.
you know
How much did you give back to everybody?
Yeah.
So speaking of giving back, so I started my own shitcoin back in 2017. again, from my cell phone. I started a shitcoin. I went on a podcast. I was slanging, whatever, said shitcoin.
Shilling.
Shilling my own fucking bullshit. And woke up in the morning, had sold $15,000 worth of said shitcoin.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, what did I just do? Oh, mind you, I was drunk when I created the coin. Given. That's a given.
Yeah.
And then wake up in the morning, $15,000 worth of people had purchased into my bullshit.
How many people is $15,000 worth of people?
Maybe we should stop this now.
30 to 50 people probably.
For 15 bucks.
I don't know.
15 grand.
Luckily for me, for my sanity, blockchain is blockchain. So I was able to see the addresses that sent me the money, so I could refund them the money. So I sent the money right back to whatever address that they sent.
Management fee.
He's gonna stop now. He's gonna start now saying, back in 2008, I was
plus the white glove service fee.
No, they all made money.
Have you guys ever heard of BitConnect?
They all made money.
It was built on Tron, so I was accidentally staking it the whole time without knowing. So within 24 hours, I'd made like 2% for these people.
Stop, dude! Stop!
And then returned it all to them, plus the 2%. So they made 2% overnight.
And then they bought more, right?
I was like some kind of shit coin.
Okay, your mathematics doesn't sum up. Like, how
where's
could
the
everybody
yield come
win?
from?
Yeah, no idea. Somebody lost 2% somewhere along the way, but at least I made good on my thing. And then I realized if drunken RoninMiner, at the time I was just Neil. If drunken Neil can whip up a shitcoin and make 15 grand overnight, these coins don't mean anything.
I mean, they don't mean anything.
And he ends the interview like, and this is my closet. He opens it like a body part, sir.
What?
Yeah, he opens the closet now, right next to the camera.
Yeah.
And he's like a serial killer.
Oh, that's how the show fades to black.
Yeah.
I got you. Neil, speaking of fading to black, I gotta cut this thing off.
Yeah, I was a Fed. That's true.
Talk to me. That's
Great.
Is that where this interview was going?
No, but if you wanted to have folks find you now to use any of your services, to get in contact with you, what are you working on? What's the best place to
The
find
FBI.
Just Twitter at RoninMiner. If you're really interested in anything, Telegram at RoninMiner. That's it.
Awesome.
I work for No Man.
All right, well, that was Neil, RoninMiner, who works for No Man. Thanks for coming on tonight, Neil, and thanks everybody for tuning in.
Hey, it was fun,
Cheers.
guys. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Later, man.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Wait, Neil, wait.
Wait.